So Frankie, first off, thank you for taking some time to chat with me.
Duh.
And I, I'd like to begin by talking about A Rhythm of Love, your debut single, which was released in March. How's the response been?
Really incredibly positive, which
Good.
is like shocking for me, as someone who's like been through the ringer with the community, the social media. Like, I feel like sometimes like I'm a survivor, if you will,
Mhm.
with everything that I've been through. And it's like, I was just like, I was so nervous to make this switch into music,
Yeah.
as someone who is putting himself out there in a brand new way at 42 is
Yeah.
crazy.
Mhm.
And it was so positive. Like everyone loves the music, everyone loves the music video. And it's like, I know, like I had my sister was like, this is the best song. Like, you need to just like go. Like, it's incredible. You have your mother, you have my husband, like all these people, the record label, everyone's like, we believe in you. But then it's different when it's out there in the world and you have no
Definitely.
control over it.
Mhm.
And the fact that it's being received so positively is just it's a testament to the music. It's a testament to the work that I put into it.
Mhm.
I accept the compliment with great humility, and I'm very excited for what's to come after that reception for that song because it's only up from here. It really is.
Yeah, it really is, definitely. So can you tell us a little bit more about the story behind this track for those who don't know?
Sure. So, Rhythm of Love is a song about a time in my life when I knew that community was the answer to my problems, but I just wasn't ready to choose it. Right, like the
Yeah.
sober community, the gay community. Like I was just like I was surrounded by rainbows and love, but I refused to look at it because I was too obsessed with the boy, the drug, the alcohol, the bathroom at the box, the dick. Like it just I was so addicted to substances at the
Yeah.
time that I just couldn't see that the answer was staring me right in the face, which is the
Mhm.
rhythm of love that's lifting me up deep into the night. And so the music video is a very much a reflection of that. Like there is this other life. You can be on stage. You could be the one singing the song that you're listening to while you're doing drugs and passed out on the floor of the fucking box. But you didn't make that choice, and I didn't
Yeah.
make that choice for many, many years after that. But I'm glad that I made that choice now, and I'm glad that my debut single is something that is just so intimately tied to sobriety, which is the reason why I am able to release an album or write a song or like I don't know have my heart beating.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. So when was the moment you realized that this song needed to be your official debut single?
Oh, it was back and forth and back and forth. But what I really wanted was for my debut single to not be Boys.
Okay.
Boys is my favorite song on the album,
Okay. Of
probably because we just released it as a single. So everything is always my favorite when it's out, obviously.
course,
They're
obviously.
my babies. I love them all equally. But it was just too on the nose for Frankie Grande to release Boys as his first single. It's too eye roll. It's too like, oh my God, wow, the gayest person on earth is releasing the gayest song on earth.
It's
But
kind of obvious, yeah.
yeah, it's obvious, and I didn't want to be obvious. I don't want to be obvious about any part of this because, as my sister said to me several times, it's like this is a whole new side of me that the world is finally getting a chance to see, like this authentic
Mhm.
self that I have been for the past 7.5 years since I got sober,
Yeah.
is finally making his debut to the world, and I'm doing it in the way that it can reach more people through
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Which is also why the album is called Hotel Rock Bottom and isn't called Boys, 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 because that is just not. There's so much more depth to this chapter of my life as an artist, and there's so much more depth to the album than the surface dance beats
Yeah.
suggest. Listen
Yeah.
to the lyrics, go on the journey, and you're like, oh, there's actually something going on over here that's just kind of really cool.
Definitely.
But I'm obsessed with Boys, and it's my favorite song, and it is. I want it to be everywhere for Pride, and I just want it to be the gay anthem that I wrote it to be. I
Mhm.
feel like Troye Sivan's Rush is like the power top anthem of the world, and my Boys is the power bottom
At the bottom.
anthem of the world.
Okay.
Like it is just fully like like Rush is like I feel the rush, addicted to, and mine's like boys, we're having a bit of fun. Like it's just so gay,
So gay,
so
so
gay in a way
opposite.
that Rush isn't. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Hmm.
We've needed a power bottom anthem for many, many years, and you're welcome. I've finally given
There
it
we
to you.
go. Yes, we greatly appreciate that.
How
Yes.
many dicks does it take to get to the center of me is the theme of boys. That is the parentheses, boys parentheses, how many dicks by Frankie
Okay.
Grande.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Well, well, you said you didn't even know you had this kind of music in you.
Yeah.
What has surprised you the most about stepping fully into this pop artist era?
It's so funny because she's been there under the surface the whole fucking time,
Actually,
just waiting to come bursting forward.
okay.
Like I never knew, I never realized it, but like if you think about it, like everything that I've done up to this point has prepared me for this. You know,
Yeah.
Broadway, so there's Mamma Mia, and then Rock of Ages, and then Titanic. You know, I'm singing ABBA, and then I'm singing A Journey, and then I'm singing Celine. Like it's like my vocals are ready for this. Then it was like my stage presence has just been since I was born. I've been ready for this. Then there's like the reality TV aspect of me being so comfortable sharing who I am with the world for so many years. And then the fact that I'm, you know, social media famous, and it's like all these different pieces are finally clicking together in a way that makes the gigantic robot that is Voltron that you see now, which is ready to launch into a pop career. But none
Mhm.
of this would have been possible without sobriety. And that
Oh,
was the biggest piece of the puzzle that without which none of this would happen. So I could never have done this at any other stage. And
mhm.
you know, people are like, "Why now?" And I'm like, "Well, because it literally would have been impossible any other day.
Yeah.
If I did this at 3 years sober, it wouldn't have worked. I wouldn't have had enough life experience in sobriety to tell these stories.
Mhm.
If I had done it when I wasn't sober, I would be fucking dead. Like I know that, no question.
Yeah, no question.
Like, no, I was not ready to be a drinking and using pop star. No, I'd be so fucking dead. Like the deadest of the dead. So yeah, it's like this was always under the surface, but couldn't emerge until now. And I'm so grateful that I waited. And it's so cool to do it in my
Yeah.
40s. Like
Yeah.
fucking cool.
It's like the stars aligned for you and it's all working out perfectly for you now.
Yeah, and like being the hottest I've ever been at 42 is fucking cool.
It
Work,
is.
bitch.
At work, bitch.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like you said, next single will be Boys. And by what I've read, like it really feels like you're embracing that full queer joy with this one. So is it always going to be important to you to create music that often authentically celebrates every part of who you are?
Yes, and it's also going to be important that it celebrates especially the queer parts of who I am.
Okay.
Because, you know, I've worked really hard to get to a place into my life where I don't have to apologize for who I am anymore. I have zero fucks given when it comes to how gay I am. And I think in the music industry, we're not there yet. I think we're still, a lot of artists are apologizing or are not feeling like they can be their true selves or doesn't have record labels like I do where they can I just literally be like, by the way, like the next music video is basically Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, but it's me. And they're like, great, like show us as many dicks as you want in this video. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Oh, let's go.
And it's like, you know, like that's amazing to have that support from Republic. Like it's really incredible. And I hope that this becomes more of an industry-wide trend. But for now, it's still relegated to, I don't know, how many, 10 artists that are signed to major record labels that are producing queer content. Like it's very small. And when you think of the thousands of artists that are signed to these record labels, you know, when we're talking about 10 that are like sucking a dick in their music video. Like, you're welcome. So it's really important for me to like stay with my authenticity, but also be very loud about my sexuality, because I think
Oh,
especially during this administration, we are under attack. Our community is under attack. My boyfriend in the boys' music video is being played by Laith Ashley, who is the most gorgeous trans man in the
oh, I
world.
love Light. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so excited for the world to watch me make out with Laith Ashley. Like,
There we go. We can't wait to see it. Yes.
meanwhile, I was just like excited. I was like, honey, um, don't come to set. Oh, my husband. He was like, oh, so Laith is playing your boyfriend? And I was like, yep. And he was like, okay. Because he knows
Okay.
I think he's so hot. I have forever.
He is so hot, so hot.
So hot. I'm so grateful that Laith is doing this. And it's just, I think it's really important, especially because right now, I think G's, the B's, and the L's might think that the T's problems are not their problems.
Oh, definitely. I
And I
wholeheartedly
don't think that that's true. In fact, I know that's not true. I
agree.
think that the whole community needs to stand together shoulder to shoulder. And so my music is for everybody, but like my pride sets are really specifically geared to making my trans friends feel okay.
Awesome, fantastic.
Yeah.
So when does Hotel Rock Bottom, the album overall, come out?
June 27th, and
June
I'm very
27th.
excited for everyone to hear the music.
So is there an overall story that the album is telling?
Sure. So it exists, the songs exist chronologically in order
Okay.
of like when they happened in my life. And
Okay.
so like they're little portals, like almost like a collection of essays of different times in my life. Like messy is when I was a drunken mess when I moved to New York City and I was like, I'm gonna be the fiercest bitch in the fucking club, and I was a disaster. But it didn't matter because I was having the time of my life. And then you have Boys, which is about this time when I went to Fire Island and it's in sobriety, and I was like, I am going to be the sexually freest human being on the entire planet, and it was like I just wanted to capture that feeling again in music, and I pray to God that it's being blasted on Fire Island right now, and somebody's having the
Yeah.
exact same experience that I had there. I went with single, left with two boyfriends, so it was great. Yeah, and then you have Hotel Rock Bottom, which is the title track, and that moment when I made the choice to either check out of life or
Mhm.
check out of the hotel that I was in. I was dying in a hotel, and I had to make the decision to either leave or fucking just leave life or leave the hotel. And I
Yeah.
and I left the hotel and I went straight to rehab and changed my life. Then you have songs like Oasis, which is about my husband, and Bound to You, which is about our marriage. Because I was like, I want to write a gay wedding song. Like, we don't need fucking, we're not dancing to Carrie Underwood any fucking more at gay weddings.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we
Sorry.
need
Sorry,
something
not
to
sorry.
replace Carrie Underwood, and you're welcome. I wrote a gay wedding song called Bound to You, and I pray that there are gay couples getting married to it next year and the rest of
Oh,
this
I
year.
so hope
Like,
so.
please, it would make me so happy. And so yeah, it's just different moments within my life.
Okay.
But the overarching theme is, how through moments of turmoil, I have always found solace on the dance floor.
Okay, perfect. Fantastic. Well, Frankie, what do you ultimately hope listeners take away from your music?
Um, exactly that. That it is okay to be yourself and to be authentically you. And I hope that the music provides you with a sense of freedom, no matter what you're going through in your life. Be it like if you are struggling with addiction, or if you're struggling with a relationship, if you are struggling with the state of the union, find freedom through this music. If you're struggling with your own identity because you are in the middle of a community that doesn't accept you or love you for who you are and tells you that you're not perfect exactly the way you are, tell them to go fuck themselves and blast Hotel Rock Bottom in their faces.
Okay, there you go. Perfect. Well, after Hotel Rock Bottom, what's next? What are some long-term goals for music with you?
Yeah, I would like to keep going on this process. I'm really excited to hopefully do a tour or some live performances.
Okay,
I'm doing like a mini tour for Pride, but I would like that to be larger. I am a live performer. I've always been a live performer through my Broadway experiences. I come to life when there is an audience.
yeah.
So sharing this music live with people is really my biggest goal.
Okay, perfect. Do you think we might have a Frankie and Ariana concert sometime?
Ooh, that would be fucking sickening.
I think I would love
She has
that.
been such an inspiration and also such a rock and such a support throughout this process. So, listen, anything is possible. But like, yes, the Grande siblings are ready for our moment in the
There you
sun,
go.
whatever that
Shine.
means.
Yes, love it. All right, Frankie, well, that is all I have for you. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much. You've been wonderful. Tell everybody at the magazine I said what up.
Will do.